All right, so here's the only side control I play. I don't like a typical standard side control. For one, because I can get buggy choked, right? And I can hold this position for just a lot longer with less options for my opponent, okay? And it follows a simple rule. Let's scoot this way just a little bit more. I'll always go right hand by right hip, left hand by left hip, okay? So we're here, and right to get buggy choked, he's gonna try, right, okay? To keep that from happening, I just gotta get this arm free, right? So right away, here, right hand, right hip, okay? Now I'm gonna go left hand, left hip, and I'm really pinching, right? My hands are flat on the mat, and I'm squeezing inward, okay? Now I pike, and I circle my hips to the other side. If I can, I'm already digging for this Kimura grip, but there's a lot of other details that are very important here. Pinning this arm all the way up against his ear, driving my knee against his hips on this far side. He might be real tight here. I'm gonna have to dig for that Kimura. Sometimes they're still holding on to me, so it's more about puffing the chest and getting that Kimura grip. Another very important thing, don't lean too far this way. You'll get a wrestler that can really bridge, exactly, right? So if I find myself a little bit high right now, I'm gonna sink away and push back. I'm gonna sink away and push back. I'm sink away and push back. Notice I'm always trying to keep his chin turned away from me. I control his hips by controlling his chin. If he can turn his chin towards me, he can start to bridge into me that way. So if he wants to turn away from me, he can't, because I've got such a cantilever out here. Like, you can't pull that much weight. If I was tight in the ball like this, he probably could. Right, exactly. But when I get nice and low, now he can't bridge away from me, but he also can't bridge towards me because I'm controlling his chin. Kimuras are probably gonna be some of your best game from here. But right now, let's really focus on getting the position and tying in those details. So just starting in a typical side control that we all have been taught, right? Now it's left hand, left hip, right hand, right hip, pike, circle, scooping that elbow back, already digging for the elbow or just wrist control. I lower and push away, and I lower and push away. Look how my legs are splayed out, so I have a really wide base. Here, TJ, give me a little bit of struggle here. If he bridges like that, I wedge my knee under his back. It's not great for him. And I can just hold this a long time, right? Nice. Now, right hand, right hip, left hand, left hip. Sink back, gather that bicep. Look how I'm lowering and pushing back, always. Maybe digging for this Kimura grip to take the back, attack the arm, what have you. But just the reps of back and forth side control. Reset. And reset. Once you start to get a little bit better at this position, you can even start to kind of hop over to the other side. You don't necessarily have to walk on your toes. And just understand, this ties into many other systems. This is just kind of one of the main hubs you need to be able to get to and go from. So really get good at this position.